Now let's talk about our class, technology applications and what to expect. Let's watch this video and see how technology has changed over the years. So how amazing is that? That the desktop came from looking like this all the way to just looking like this. So technology has come a very long ways since the 19 even since 2000, right? And so technology has come a long ways. Everything in this picture is now in your pocket. Here's another example of how far technology has come. When I was a kid in the 1980s, in order to listen to music or take videos or watch movies or type something up or have a calculator or any of these things, all of them were a separate device. And now all of this stuff is built in to a phone. It's amazing. All right, this is called our syllabus. Syllabus means the expectations and the things about our school. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to read through the syllabus and read each section of it. Here is our bell schedule. You'll notice that it is up there at the front of the room so that you can see it at any time. I also have small badge schedules that you can put in your badge that I will hand out at some point. So this is the times that you go to each of your classes. Remember, you have 4 minutes to get to the next class, so you're not going to want to waste any time. You're going to want to leave your class, take care of restroom and water, and get straight to your next class. You will get a 1-minute warning bell, which means you better get to class quick or you'll be tardy. And if you are tardy, it equals a lunch detention. Our 4 P's at Walnut Grove Middle School are prompt, prepared, productive, and polite. What does it mean to be these 4 different things? Let's talk about that. I'm going to let you discuss that and think about it now. How do they apply to people, things, or yourself? All right. Now, in our classroom, we are going to use 3 signals, okay, in order to communicate with each other, okay? The first signal is called timeout, okay? That is just with one hand up and one hand to the side, kind of like in sports. That's what a referee uses as a timeout. If you see the teacher holding the timeout sign up top, that means everybody copies. You go quiet immediately and you do the timeout sign as well. And as soon as the teacher sees everyone's timeout sign up in the air, then we can proceed and continue on with what we were doing. Okay. The check classmates, this is a sideways thumbs up, but sideways. And this is a friendly reminder, maybe to one of your classmates that's talking and not listening. Maybe you can give them a friendly check, just like that. And one and done, just do it once and then leave it alone and let the teacher handle it after that. And then there's a foul. That's kind of the peace sign, but sideways. And we actually hold it up to our chest. And that means if somebody does a put down, we're going to call a foul on them, and they are required to do 2 put-ups for that person. You are going to hear these questions from the teacher. If you're kind of not on task or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, your teacher is going to say, "What are you doing?" And you're going to answer honestly on what you were doing. And then the teacher says, "Okay, well, what are you supposed to be doing?" And you're going to answer honestly as to what you were supposed to be doing. And the teacher says, "Were you doing that?" You're probably going to say no, and it's okay. And then the teacher's going to say, "What will you do to fix it?" Now, if we can go through these questions and fix the behavior, then we're going to just continue on, not worry about anything else. Consequences for behavior, we're going to start out by having just a private discussion with you. I might call you in the hall to talk with you about it and stuff like that, but that will be our discussion. The next time I'll contact your parents to see if they can help me out with it. Okay. If that still hasn't worked and we have some behavior issues still, we will assign an after school detention. And after that, it will be an office referral where the office gets involved. Okay. These posters you will see at the front of the classroom. Our We Will, I Will board is it's over on the right side wall. This is where you will always know what we are going to do every day that week. Okay. The top row is what we're going to do. Okay. This row right here is what we're going to do that day. And this row is how are we going to do that? Okay. For example, on this example, on Tuesday, we are going to be learning basic concepts about digital citizenship. Okay. But how are we going to do that? You are going to play an online game and explain 3 lessons you learned. Okay. So that's how this works. This would be Tuesday. Wednesday, this is what we'll be doing. And this is how you'll be accomplishing that. And it's the same day. It's the same thing for the rest of the day. So feel free to look up at our We Will, I Will board at any time to know what's going on. Our daily routine in tech apps, each day when you enter the classroom, you should put your phone up in the phone pockets, go straight to your assigned seat, and look up at the screen for your instructions. Okay? That should happen every single day. The same thing. Phones, seat, screen. Once you're in class, don't wait for the bell to start working. You can just start getting your Chromebook out and start getting to it. Phones must be placed in a pocket on your way into class. Okay, the way that you'll know what number you are is it will be whatever seat that you sit at. Your seats are numbered, and so that number that your seat is will correspond with the number you should be putting your phone in up on the pocket chart. Okay, there are charging outlets up there. I have a USB 10-port hub where you can plug in your phone if you'd like it to be charging while it's being stored up there in the cell hotel. You may not touch anything of another student's. Please don't get their phone out for them or anything like that. We don't want you responsible if it falls and breaks. So make sure you touch your things and your things only, and be sure you pick it up on the way out, okay? Just to let you know, if you do have your phone out in class and you didn't put it up in the pocket and we see it, okay, we're going to start out by collecting it and turning it into the office. You can go get it at the end of the day. Okay. If it happens a second time, we're going to turn it into the office again for you to get at the end of the day, but we're also going to contact your parent. Okay. If it happens a third time, we're going to turn it into the office, contact your parent, and assign an after-school detention. And if the fourth time, it's going to be office, parent, and an office referral. Okay. So just make sure you're putting them in the pockets on your way in every time. You're going to need to put it upside down with the screen facing the wall on silent or on do not disturb. Okay, so this is the same thing I just told you. When may I use my cell phone? In classrooms, locker rooms, restrooms, they must be silenced. Okay, and in your assigned pouch. Silent and out of sight in locker rooms and restrooms. Okay, phones are never allowed in restrooms. Halls and cafeteria, it is okay to use your phone or your smartwatch and wireless earbuds in school-appropriate, respectful, non-disruptive manner in these areas. So make sure that you know, red light is classrooms, locker rooms, and restrooms. You may not use them. Green light is in the halls and in the cafeteria. So in between classes, on your way to class, you can be checking what you need to, but never in class. Be respectful of the privacy of others. Do not record or photograph anyone without their permission, ever. All right, and here are our cell phone procedures and expectations. Pretty much everything that I told you is right here. Your laptop has everything you need. You won't need your phone for school, okay? And the consequences are exactly what I showed you already. This is just another slide about it. Same thing, okay? All right, seating in my class. You will be required to sit in your assigned seat according to the seating chart. Mr. Sanchez will make changes throughout the semester when necessary. Please feel free to email me if you are having a problem with where you sit. Keep in mind, I may not seat you by your friends. Okay? So seating charts help Mr. Sanchez learn names easier. So you will have a specific seat to sit in. The Promethean board screen up at the front of the classroom. When you walk in, your instructions will be up on the screen ready for you to follow. If you finish with assignments and you're all caught up on everything in this class and there's some time left over, you are allowed to do Free Create. Free Create is a page on our WGMSTechApps.com website. When you click on Free Create, you will see all kinds of links that you are allowed to go to. Keep in mind, you must always be creating and making. You must never be simply playing a game. The supplies you will need for this class are your Chromebook, and obviously it should be charged up. Your charger, just in case you need it. There is a charging station at every seat in here, but you'll have to have the charger. And you must have earbuds or headphones every single day. Okay. You can store a pair of earbuds or headphones in our classroom if you would like to. I have a drawer for them. You let me know if you would like to do that. Supplies checkout, sometimes we forget, right? You should have your supplies for class every day, but things happen sometimes. So the following items are available to borrow from me, but you must check them out on our website. I have headphones, Chromebook chargers, iPhone charging cables, and Android charging cables. All you do is go to the WGMSTechApps.com website and check them out. There's a poster up on the wall that says supplies checkout with instructions. Your Chromebook should be charged between 90 and 100% every morning that you arrive at school because it should have been charging overnight. We do have charging towers located in several different areas throughout the building. Watch this video on how to use them. Okay, so it's real easy to use those charging towers. All you have to do is follow the instructions on the screen. And you can put your thing in there early in the morning on your way to lunch at any time to get it charging, maybe while you're eating lunch or at athletics or something like that. Backpacks in my classroom, you may bring them to class, but they must be out of the walkways in the classroom so that no one trips on them. Restroom passes. You should be using your passing time between classes for restroom and water so you don't have to go during class. And you only have 4 minutes, so you'll have to use it quickly. But we are not going to allow any restroom for the first 10 minutes of class. Okay. You need to, but after 10 minutes, if you just have to go, you need to choose an appropriate time, not in the middle of teaching, not making a distraction, and you notify the teacher, and only one person at a time may go. Okay, so if someone's out, you'll have to wait till they get back. You must use a Smart Pass to check out and check in. Smart Pass is very easy to use. We go to ClassLink, click on Smart Pass, choose Now, and complete it. Okay, I'll let you watch this so you can see how to use Smart Pass. Notice that the first thing it's asking you is not where you're going, but where you are now. See where it says from where? Like, where are you right now? So now you would just start typing in my name, Sanchez, and you'll see it show up and you choose it. Now it's asking you where you want to go. As soon as you have hit Start Pass, you will leave your Chromebook open at your desk and then go to the restroom. When you get back, you'll sit down and your Chromebook will still be open and it'll remind you to press on End Pass. All right. So it's very, very easy to create a smart pass. You'll get used to it very, very quickly. All right. Food and drink. We do not allow food or drink in the Tech Apps classroom unless there's special permission given. Okay. You should not have food or drink outside of the cafeteria at all, ever in the school, except for water. Late work. If you turn in an assignment late, okay, it's allowed to be turned in up to 3 days late. Okay. But the first day that it's late, you can't get higher than a 75% on it. Even if you got all the problems right and made 100, we can't give you higher than a 75 because it was a day late. If it's 2 days, we cannot give you higher than a 60. And up to 3 days, we cannot give you higher than a 50. Okay. After 3 days, no credit will be given. You can no longer turn it in. So just be sure to keep up with your work. Workspace neatness. Look at this tidy desk. This student left their desk just as they should when they are done with Tech Apps. So the Chromebook and other belongings are packed up and ready to leave with, and the chair is neatly tucked in. Make sure you leave everything nice and neat when you leave the classroom. In an emergency, okay, we have a few different types. The first one is called a hold. If we call a hold, all this means is that all of us stay where we are. We don't leave our classroom. We can continue our work and stuff like that, but we don't leave our classroom until they have lifted the hold, okay? If we call a secure, secure means that we can go about our business, but we have to stay inside the building, okay? No one can leave the building and go outside. If we call a lockdown, this is where all of us have to go into the corner and kind of scrunch in out of sight just in case there is somebody dangerous. And just like in the other ones, we wait until they make an announcement that it's over. An evacuate is more like a fire alarm. We will go out the back stairway. When you leave the classroom, you go to the left and down the back stairs and out the back door. We will practice these things. Okay. And a shelter is for maybe bad weather and things like that, tornado. We will go downstairs to the hallway underneath us, and we will put our back up against the locker and our head between our knees to protect ourselves. ClassLink is our single sign-on program. It eliminates the need for a user to remember multiple usernames and passwords. All you do to get to ClassLink is click on the Home button in your Chrome browser. Your username is your student ID number, and your password is the last 4 of your ID and your 4-digit birth date. Once you're logged into ClassLink, you can get to anything from there and not have to log into all the different programs. You will access Canvas through ClassLink. You will click on the calendar, and that is where you will get all of your work for all of your classes is from the Canvas calendar. You can turn off and on calendars so that you can only see that class. We'll look at that more at another time, okay? The bell schedule, you have 4 minutes between classes. There's a warning bell 1 minute before you're tardy. Make sure you're using your time wisely, especially if you need water or restroom. Badges. Students will not be admitted to class without a badge. They must go to the office. So if you show up to class without a badge, we have to have you go down to the office and take care of it before we can allow you in the classroom. You must wear them at all times outside your clothing. They should be on a lanyard around your neck so they can be seen at all times in the classroom, the hallway, the cafeteria, everywhere. Okay? Repeat warnings will result in student conference. We'll talk to you about it. And then we'll contact your parents if you're still not wearing your badge. And then after that, we'll have to start issuing detention. So just make sure they're on all the time. When you are absent, the best thing to do is to check Canvas for what you missed. Okay? Before you talk to the teacher, check Canvas and see if you can figure it out yourself. If you can't, by all means, please ask the teacher. No playing games in class. This is a big one for me. Okay. I do not allow any games. Now you say, but I thought we had free create. Free create, the word create means to make. Okay. You should always be creating, designing, and making something. You should never be playing like a mindless game. Okay. Always being creative. The bell doesn't dismiss you, I dismiss you. When the bell rings, you do not jump out of your seat and run to the door. You stay seated until I dismiss you. Label your chargers. I have some tape and some Sharpies for you to use. It is a good idea to put your name on your chargers because everyone's looks the same. And if you leave yours behind by accident, your name is on it and we can get it back to you. Try all the things. Give it your best shot. This semester is going to be awesome.